metabolic dysfunction. When metabolism isn't working optimally, the human body isn't working optimally, and it can be linked to numerous physical and mental health conditions. You would expect that with more treatment, we will have lower rates. Tragically, we don't. People are really suffering, some of them are dying. What we're doing isn't working. The right advice isn't eat less and move more. Humans will eat when they're hungry and they will stop eating when they are full. The right advice is to understand that science.
I'm delighted in this episode to introduce Dr. Chris Palmer. Many of you will know of him because he's written a great book about brain energy. So great, in fact, that over 1,000 glowing reviews on Amazon. Chris is a psychiatrist at Harvard Medical School, and he's at the spearhead, the front of a movement at the moment for everyone to start looking at most psychiatric conditions, also things like ADHD, anxiety, depression. And he wants to start looking at it through a different lens. A different lens of, think about it this way, the brain is only 2% by size of our entire body, but takes up 20% of the energy. Chris says, why do we, the second we have a condition that's above the neckline, why do we stop thinking about metabolism and how the body uses energy? Because it stands to reason that if this is 20% of the energy of the body's requirement, that maybe a lot of the conditions we talk about are metabolically led, as opposed to neurologically different. Anyway, in this episode, you can hear from Chris. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it answers some questions for you.
Chris, I think the thing that fascinated me from your speech is that he touched on the fact that, trauma can lead to some neurological conditions, but so much in the UK seems to be the main focus that everybody keeps trying to dive in the past, certainly kids that have had trauma. But everybody keeps overlooking this metabolic link. In a way, probably in a bit more layman terms than the audience we've just been speaking to, talk about how we can look at metabolism and exercise and diet for various conditions.
So the way that I think